tracks. Bravely we prove in our striving, trudging together each day. Where there's a will, there's a way.
Good afternoon. Is that you, Ingrid? Hey, okay. I'm not going to send you a text then. Just letting Amber know. Because even if she can't make it, she likes Skitter. What happened to my freaking kitty? A cat stole the drawstring out of this. Did he even have one? Yeah, there's holes for it. Stupid kitty. Stupid kitty. All right. Welcome to Daily Trudge. I'm Dion. I'm going to be your host. If you're here, please say hello. Whether you're watching live or the rewatch. Gary, good to see you. So, it wasn't but a few short hours ago I was sitting here wondering why the fuck I'm even on this earth. Now, it's not always easy. Sometimes I wonder why I do what it is that I do. Because you see, I just don't feel like people are listening. And don't get me wrong, the people that come here and, my peeps, there's one thing that I get told more than anything, as far as compliments go, that, or even if it is a compliment, is I hear things like, Dion, you do things differently than everybody else. Dion, you always seem to kind of be ahead of the game. Dion, do you know how lonely this makes me feel? I don't want to be a guru. I don't. No. And, there are times like today when I'm like, I'm just living in a big fucking fake world. And I see video of people, and almost every video that I see is just, it's made up. And I appreciate it when somebody actually puts at the end that, that it was put together, because then I can give them some congratulations for being honest, and kind of giving us a scene. I find it very disturbing that it is now normal for us to sit there and video record somebody rather than help out, right? I was watching one earlier, and there was a social experiment. And the social experiment was this young girl was sitting there, probably 9-10 years old. And then a man approaches her, and there's always another man sitting there, right? Because they're sitting there reading, they were all looking at their phones, okay? So anyway, this guy comes up and he acts, so my mom, I know your mom, and, and what the recreation is that he's trying to steal this child. And this is a social experiment. There was one guy, he took a big black dude, took off his shirt and almost knocked this motherfucker out. I'm going to tell you something. They would have deserved it. They would have deserved it. Those types of social experiments tick me off. You hit somebody on the wrong day, you could send them to something that's just unbelievably wrong. To embarrass other people in public, then to take their faces and put it on there, all in the name of money. And this is why thousands and thousands of people will never make it to the fucking rooms of AA. It's that attitude. It's these reasons. Okay? The people in AA have become weak. We all used to act this way. And now I can't find another person that's like me. And I'm feeling lonely in my AA rooms. I don't feel like I fully belong. I don't. So then I'll go try a different meeting and I'll do this. But it's just like anywhere I go, I can't find me. And I need more of me. Because I'm getting wore out. I'm getting tired of AA. I was talking with my wife. I had to talk to somebody before my brain started to actually start devise plans for killing myself. I won't go that far. All right. I'm too chicken shit to kill myself. But gosh, there's a line out there, Radiohead. Okay. And the line is if I can't be myself, I would feel better dead. Okay. He's not saying he wants to die. Listen to it. I would feel better dead. I get tired of adapting all fucking day, of having to be astute about my feelings and making sure I'm helping. It's just, it gets to be too much. And now I find myself flustered and frustrated because now I don't know which direction to go because I feel like I'm caught in this. I feel like I'm caught in the insanity wheel. So why am I saying this? I'm saying this because I almost never made it back to AA. I didn't almost make it again. The first mistake I made was going to detox thinking that they were going to actually help me. See, detoxes used to be different. They were run by people in recovery. So when I went there, I was trying to put myself around people in recovery so that I could make that change again, so I could have the psychic change. I knew what the psychic change was about. I knew I needed to change my mind, but I needed the help of other alcoholics. And I went out looking for it, and they weren't there. I'll go to a Zoom meeting that's on the DACA list. No one there. I spent months. See, when I got back into the rooms, okay, I was foggy, man. This Dion, the person you know right now, you would not even close. Chris was there. He was there the first time and the second time. Once when I was 18, the other time when I was 45. Okay, and I was yellow. I was fucked up. And I sat in those goddamn rooms waiting for fucking help. And not one person for months got off their ass, came over to me and said, "You need a sponsor." And it almost killed me. Because we made a stupid fucking change. A stupid one. if you are willing to be if you're willing to be a sponsor, you're supposed to sponsor. Don't ask people if they're willing to be sponsor. You're supposed to be fucking doing it. Why are you not teaching your sponsees to go out and find other sponsees? No, what you do is you found me like I found you. You didn't find them. You sat on your goddamn ass and you wait with somebody with enough desperation to come up to you. Oh my God, how much of a fucking ego do you need? Ingrid, don't compare yourself to me. That's not fair. Okay? That's not fair, honey. Okay? No, you'll make a great sponsor. I don't fucking hear any different. All right? Now I feel a little guilty. Sorry, I didn't mean to make you feel that way. The thing is I was waiting for somebody. When I first came into AA, sponsors were assigned. So when I came back in, I thought that's what was going to happen. So I waited. So you know what I thought? I wasn't worth sponsoring. That's what I thought. I didn't hear if you're willing to sponsor. I barely even understood the preamble at the present moment. I was sweating profusely. Okay? Ringing in. Yeah, have you ever detoxed and your ears feel like they're filled up with water? I couldn't hear it. My brain didn't hear it. And it almost fucked me up. Because once again, I came to the conclusion, well, maybe I don't belong here then. See the importance of doing this the right way? Everybody is out here bitching and complaining that things that we can't get help. Can't get help. This is coming from news anchors and all these different people. And I'm over here going, I have the fucking answer. I have the answer. They don't want it. They don't want it. Not really. So this is how it used to work. Okay. Assigned, I think, was kind of the wrong word. So what we used to do is, are there any newcomers here today? Ding. And then we would say, anybody that is willing to sponsor, please approach them after the meeting. Yeah. And then this is back in the 90s, and you'd see like people clamor. They would be crawling over each other to get to these newcomers. Do you know how good that feels? Oh, you don't. See, you've missed out on a piece of the program. It's not right. We need to go back to the way it was. Why did it get changed? Why in the fuck, lazy ass people, did we let it change? Okay. Now I will change my mind. I promise you, I will change my mind if you can take this book and describe to me where in it says sit on your butt and wait for somebody to ask you to sponsor them. Tell me. It ain't in there. In fact, it tells you not to do that. It tells you not to do that. Absolutely, Ingrid. Absolutely. See, not all the knowledge is being passed on. And that's not your fault. It is anybody's fault that has 20 plus years, except for Chris. That's because Chris does it. He does it the right way. I know because I was there. I was there. Right? What? No, it's the Gen Xers. Yeah. Sorry. All right, guys. Yeah, that's what I think. I've been here the whole time. That's how I know. You know, I decided a couple weeks ago that if everybody else was going to start, you know, I've been doing it for this long. I've been doing it for that long. I'm like, well, if we're gonna compare dicks, 34 years, friends, and I'm not counting the 5 years I took care of my mother, going to AA and taking care of her ass. Yeah, you know, who is the most important person in the room? Okay. Why are they the most important person in the room? You guys are waiting for me to answer on that. I know. Why is it important? Heck, I forgot the question now. I forgot the question. Yeah. Why are newcomers the most important person? Because they keep us sober. Yeah. Yeah. Because they bring us back to the beginning and remind us that it doesn't fucking work out there. The newcomer helps more people in the room than anyone else. Absolutely. Thank you. I love you, Ingrid. Have a great night. I'm not going to make you feel guilty, but I only did this for you. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. I was trying to decide, and then I saw your message, so I figure I'd do it for you. You know. So I'm going to tell you the only change that needs to be made, the only change that really needs to be made is replacing the people working in detox with people in recovery. And the rest of it will go right back to where I'm telling you, and I know because I was there. I saw it work, and the world is not any different. Us human beings are not any smarter. We're not any different. Okay? The Greeks and the Romans from 3,000 years ago were just as smart as we are today. Okay? We do not evolve that fast. We evolve over thousands and tens of thousands of years, right? So even though people are like, the big book's outdated, it's only 70 years old. No, it is not outdated. The stories might be outdated, but the verbiage, the way it's done, blah blah blah. No. How are you going to revise how who's going to rewrite the big book? Who would we even pick to rewrite the big book? See, right there, we already have a wrong answer. God's the one that's going to decide that crap. Okay? So we can either make excuses for not doing the work, or we could just go ahead and get a dictionary and figure out what the words mean. Because the big book is written in proper English, and it still is. So if you don't know a word, that's okay. It's called being naive. Look up the damn word. That's the problem between this generation and the ones before. It's the laziness. At every AA meeting, when I first started going, there was a big blue book and a big red book, which we called a dictionary. And we looked up the words. All right. What's really cool is that our 5:30 big book study, whenever there's a bigger word, Amber will put it in the chat and stuff. It's kind of cool. And it does. It helps out. There are some words in there where if you don't have it right, like laurels. Okay? Resting on your laurels is not about being lazy. No, that's not what that means. It means not using yesterday's success for today. That's what that means. So, just those changes. Yep. I think I can start in our beginners. I keep calling it the beginner's big book study. It's no longer that. It is It is a big book study for everyone. So, all right. I'm going to go wind down, play some video games, hang out with my wife. Yeah. Yeah, well, in a way it does. In a way it does. But the true meaning of it does mean being lazy. But when I explain it with the success, and it makes a little more sense because we're like, oh, that's right, I have successes in my life. So see, me saying that has a double fold thing. I explained it to you and made you excited about it at the same time because I brought up the word success, because you've had some success today and therefore you're going to want it again tomorrow. That's your dopamine working. Okay. See, I've been doing this for a long time. So please do not compare. Don't compare yourself to me. Please don't. You are your own person and you're beautiful the way you are. Okay? You don't want to learn what I've had to learn. Please don't. I'm begging you. Don't do that. Just ask me. I love you all. I'll let you get back to your Saturday night. I love you all. Peace out and have a day. Bye-bye.